And Times Now's focus is on the action that's beginning to unfold in the national capital as the Team I.N.D.I.A will be meeting in just a few minutes. The meeting will begin at Ashoka Hotel in the national capital. In attendance will be 27 parties from the opposition. We have Niamika and Tetri joining us live from the venue wherein this meeting will take place. Niamika, over to you. Tell us about the movement there. Who all have made their way already to the venue and what's going on?
जाम लगाओ काय को बजा रहा है भाई
Niamika, if you can hear me, tell us about the movement there. On our screens are visuals coming in from right outside the hotel, and these are visuals of Akhilesh Yadav, who seems to have reached there. What's going on?
Coming here at Ashoka Hotel. We are just outside the Ashoka Hotel, and just in a few minutes from now, this crucial meeting of the India Alliance is going to start as the entire opposition parties have come together to chalk out a strategy for the 2024 general elections. And as of now, Uddhav Thackeray as well as Akhilesh Yadav, Jairam Ramesh and many other leaders have already arrived here at Ashoka Hotel as the meeting is going to begin at 3 p.m. onwards, and the major focus point in today's meeting is going to be the seat sharing formula, as well as a common minimum program is also going to be discussed in today's meeting, as many of the parties had raised this demand that the seat sharing formula needs to be decided as soon as possible, so that the preparations can be started, so that they can they can start planning about the joint campaigning, the joint rallies which are going to take place in the upcoming days ahead of the 2024 general elections. So all of these matters are going to be discussed. However, it must be noted here that the Congress sources have informed that when it was being asked about who is going to be the PM face, who is going to contest the elections against the face of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, then a motto which is being decided by the entire opposition, it was being said by the sources that it is going to be "Main Nahi Hum" motto. So for that matter, the entire opposition is going to discuss that how they can give out a picture of the united opposition, what all agendas are going to be raised, so that they can form a common minimum program for the 2024 general elections. All of these issues are going to be discussed in today's meeting.
Okay, all right. Tetri is with us as well. So, whether or not there will be any consensus on the PM candidate, on the seat sharing formula, on the common minimum agenda, how are they going to go about campaigning ahead of 2024? All of that is going to be brought to the table, will be discussed in detail. What's also interesting is the kind of meetings in the run-up to this big meet that we've seen. Tetri.
Well, yes, if we talk about the seat sharing formula, then seat sharing formula will be one of the very important issues that will be discussed in the meeting. However, what the India Alliance is planning is that around 450 to 500 candidates will be nominated against the BJP. But if we talk about the numbers, then what Congress wants is Congress will be putting forward its plan of nominating 275 to 300 seats. And if we talk about the what the Alliance wants that Congress should contest in between 200 to 250 seats. So certainly this will be a very important issue, that how many seats will be given to which party, because we have seen in the state assembly elections itself there was a tussle between Congress and Samajwadi Party, because Akhilesh Yadav was again and again giving statements like, had he been knowing that there will be no seat sharing in the state of Madhya Pradesh, where Congress has already nominated its candidates on the seats where Samajwadi Party was supposed to nominate its candidates.
Okay.
So certainly this will be a very important issue, because there was on certain constituencies, in certain places, there was a tussle between Congress and other parties and other regional
questions
parties
that remain unanswered, whether or not the Aam Aadmi Party will go solo in Punjab, for example, whether or not the Congress will agree to the 150 formula, wherein the other seats can be allocated to the several constituents of I.N.D.I.A. We'll find out in the next few hours. Swati Joshi is also with us, tracking each and every detail trickling in at the moment. Swati, over to you. Okay, not sure if...
Well, we are reporting from outside Ashoka Hotel, which in fact is the venue for the 4th meeting of the I.N.D.I.A, and leaders have started arriving. In fact, remember, there are some meetings happening on the sidelines as well. Just before the meeting began, we saw reports of a meeting underway between Uddhav Thackeray and Rahul Gandhi. Sanjay Raut and Aditya Thackeray were also present in that meeting. So on the sidelines, a lot is happening before the actual I.N.D.I. alliance meeting begins. Leaders have started arriving, so you can see a lot of media coverage as well outside the Ashoka Hotel. Now, like our reporters were telling us, there are some crucial decisions to be taken, some important issues to be discussed. Most important, of course, is the seat sharing. Let me quickly go across to Niamika and Sabyasachi. To Sabyasachi first. Sabyasachi, seat sharing is one issue that is going to be very, very tricky. The bone of contention actually is the seat sharing. There are some inside details coming that, the other partners of this I.N.D.I. bloc want Congress to contest on 200 seats, while the Congress party is aiming to contest on more than 300. These are, of course, reports coming in from the sources. But I believe given, the performance of the Congress party in the election of the 5 states, clearly Congress party's stronghold or position within the I.N.D.I. bloc also seems to be weakening somewhere.
Absolutely. See, after the loss that Congress suffered, now several leaders from the India bloc has termed it as Congress major defeat. Because if you look at the 5 states where Congress contested, there was no other political parties apart from Congress. There was no other regional parties. Now, this has brought down somewhere the weightage of Congress in the alliance bloc. Now, we have seen that Mamata Banerjee, whether it's Akhilesh Yadav, all of them want that Congress should show some sort of flexibility. Now, before the polls in the 5 states, Congress was considered as a big brother. We had seen that be it Nitish Kumar or several other leaders who had termed that the I.N.D.I.A. alliance will function under the leadership of the Congress party. But now the picture has shifted, whereas the regional parties want Congress to show some flexibility and a major chunk of the seats should be given to the regional parties. That would be the main demand from the leaders like Mamata Banerjee, Akhilesh Yadav and others. Meanwhile, it will be interesting to see, because from the sources of Congress party, what we are picking is that Congress party is ready for an alternative positive agenda to fight against the BJP. They are open to any kind of new ideas which the other regional parties may bring in. But what's challenging for the Congress party is to tackle with the state leadership, because we had seen earlier in the state of Punjab and in the state of West Bengal, where Congress is fighting against the Trinamool Congress, Congress is fighting against the Aam Aadmi in Punjab, where the state leadership is not able to come under
Absolutely.
one.
Sabyasachi, in fact, Sabyasachi, the Congress party will have to be ready to negotiate. Remember, after the drubbing in the 5-state election, leaders like Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav and Mr. Omar Abdullah said, this is the arrogance of the Congress party that has been defeated in the elections. The Congress, being the larger party, should be ready to accommodate the regional players. That was a stand taken by many of them. So that pressure is clearly going to be on the Congress party when it comes to seat sharing. Let me bring in Tejashree as well. Tejashree, before we discuss this more on who the face will be, the convener, the coordinators and other decisions, take us through who all have reached the hotel, who all are present inside.
Be the convener of India Alliance, that is the biggest question. Apart from seat sharing, yes, regional party wants that seat sharing formula should be shared as soon as possible so that they could begin with their campaigns and joint rallies, as that will be discussed in the meeting which will start in a short while from now. But if we talk about the convener, as you have asked, then yes, there are many faces who are in the race of convener. But yes, if we talk about Nitish Kumar, whose posters have already been installed, we have seen that who has been in fact nominated from their party itself as in a declared way that he will be the chief of India Alliance, or for that matter the face of Prime Minister. But if we talk about the inside details, what our sources are telling, that if we talk about the conveners that who are in the race of this convener, then it could be Uddhav Thackeray, number one. It could be Mamata Banerjee, number two. Number three, it also could be Nitish Kumar. Perhaps now there will be a discussion on so as to who will be the convener for this party. Of course, Congress will be pitching their own senior leaders so as to who will be the convener, or they will be pitching they will be certainly batting for Rahul Gandhi as the head of the India Alliance. But now we'll have to look at how this entire convener issue unfolds and which party gets the hold to be a convener.
Right, absolutely. Let's in fact also bring in Niyamika. Niyamika, tell us about the meetings that are happening on the sidelines. Before we start getting inside details of the India Alliance bloc meeting, we saw how Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal in fact has been meeting other leaders before the actual meeting. Sabyasachi, if you could actually come in on that. First a meeting with Mamata Banerjee, then he met Uddhav Thackeray and then MK Stalin. Apart from that, we're also being told that Uddhav Thackeray and Rahul Gandhi separately had a meeting before the I.N.D.I. bloc meet. So what is happening here really? Are equations changing? Are these parties looking for more support when it comes to the I.N.D.I. bloc? And support so that the Congress party actually can take decisions that would be supported by other regional players. Is that what Congress is looking for through these meetings?
Well, absolutely. See, it seems so, whereas the opposition parties are trying to strengthen their relationship, keeping Congress aside, and that is the reason why we are seeing that be it Mamata Banerjee or Arvind Kejriwal, they are all meeting separately. Now, today itself, Mamata Banerjee met Uddhav Thackeray. Yesterday, Arvind Kejriwal, Uddhav Thackeray, all of them met personally. Now, we asked the question to Uddhav Thackeray regarding Arvind Kejriwal. Is he unhappy with the Congress party? Because earlier he had given the statement that the Aam Aadmi Party wants to fight alone in Punjab, and if the alliance gives around all the 13 seats to Aam Aadmi Party, then they would do wonders. So this was a statement that had come in from the Delhi CM. Meanwhile, Uddhav Thackeray says that all is well within the India bloc parties, and Arvind Kejriwal is all fine. He's happy. But what Uddhav Thackeray specifically mentioned is that the India alliance need a coordinator. Without a coordinator, there would not be a face to fight upon. So to have a coordinator and to discuss on the name of the coordinator becomes extremely crucial in this meeting.
Yes, in fact, let me also bring in Tejshri now. Tejshri, Nitish Kumar posters put up in Patna. And every time there is this I.N.D.I. bloc meeting taking place, one or the other party starts promoting their leader as the face of the alliance, as the prime ministerial face or candidate of the alliance. I believe we've lost that connection with Tejshri, but let me quickly take you through these visuals as well. We are outside Ashoka Hotel, which is the fourth venue of the fourth meeting of the I.N.D.I. bloc. And remember, this meeting it is happening at a time when the suspension row is also taking place in the parliament, where over 140 MPs of the opposition have been suspended for creating ruckus, for creating chaos inside the house. Not just that, the elections that took place in 5 states and the manner in which the Congress party in fact lost the Hindi heartland, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh, and was only able to manage win in Telangana. And the reactions that came in from the alliance partners saying, this shows how the arrogance of the Congress party has been defeated. All of that has happened. Now, amidst all of that, this meeting is taking place. We saw rift within the I.N.D.I. alliance, within the leaders of these parties, when it came to assembly elections in the Hindi heartland in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh, especially the war of words that was witnessed between the Congress and the Samajwadi Party chief, Akhilesh Yadav. Sabyasachi, if you could come in. Leaders like Priyanka Chaturvedi of the Shiv Sena, when this war of words was taking place, ki Akhilesh Vakhilesh kaun hai, between Akhilesh Yadav, Kamal Nath, Akhilesh Yadav, the Congress party, Priyanka Chaturvedi said, the Congress party is a bigger player. It should show large-heartedness, accommodate other regional parties. And after these performances in the states, the regional parties definitely will look for a bigger share. They will want to negotiate with the Congress party in terms of, taking more seats away.
Well, absolutely. See, earlier when the India bloc was formed, a lot of the regional parties were looking up to Congress to lead their agenda. But after the recent defeat in the 5 states, see, had it been state like Maharashtra, then India Alliance would have been fighting. But since the election happened in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, where Congress was the most dominant party against BJP, there was no other regional parties, there was no SP, there was no TMC. Now this particular defeat has caused a huge dent to the Congress. Now several leaders have given the statement that it is not a defeat of the India bloc, it is a defeat of Congress party solely. And that is the reason why the regional parties would be focusing on to get Congress in a more flexible position to negotiate with the seat and get a major chunk of the seat in their name. So this would be definitely an agenda on the cards of Mamata Banerjee or Akhilesh Yadav or MK Stalin to get more and more seats from the Congress party. But we have to wait and see how the Congress party reacts to this, because the Congress party, though they have given a sign that they're going to use an alternative positive method to fight the BJP, and they are open for any sort of approach. Remember earlier Mallikarjun Kharge in the national capital had called in for a India bloc meeting, but several other leaders did not attend the meeting because of prior commitment. But this time around, the regional parties are very much prepared. They are coming with their own agenda. They would want that a coordinator at least must be decided in this particular meeting, because several leaders are saying that until and unless a coordinator is decided, it would help deciding a face of the India Alliance bloc as well.
Absolutely. Interesting pictures, in fact, coming in. Sabyasachi and Tidri, stay on with us. We have now accessed pictures of a meeting between Akhilesh Yadav, SP Chief, and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. This is very interesting. Once again, what we are witnessing is that there are a lot of meetings happening between the regional players on the sidelines of the I.N.D.I. bloc. What is really the reason behind that? What are the kind of discussions that are taking place in these meetings? First, we saw Arvind Kejriwal meet Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, MK Stalin, and of course, Uddhav Thackeray separately. Then Rahul Gandhi meets Uddhav Thackeray separately ahead of the meeting. And now pictures coming in of Akhilesh Yadav and Mamata Banerjee meeting each other. Sabyasachi, can you really put this in context? What is, what is to be made of these meetings on the sidelines? Why are these netas meeting each other on the sidelines when there is an I.N.D.I.A. meeting planned in which all of them are going to, of course, come on one platform and share their views?
Well, absolutely. See, these all pictures definitely say a very interesting story because we had seen on one hand the India bloc meeting has been called in where all the parties are supposed to come together. But on the sidelines, we are seeing a marathon of meeting that's been taking place from Uddhav Thackeray to Mamata Banerjee to Arvind Kejriwal. All of them are holding a separate meeting. Now the focus of the meeting is solely to put pressure on the Congress party, specifically on the seat-sharing agenda. Now the regional parties want to come together so that Congress somewhere shows flexibility, and a major chunk of the seats are with the regional parties, somewhere around a 50-50 margin. That's what the opposition parties are hoping on, and that is the reason why on the sidelines we are seeing so much of meeting. So somewhere if the Congress party does not like to the proposal that's being put forward by the opposition parties, somewhere the opposition parties must be having a plan D to tackle with the Congress party, because Congress party would be hoping that a major chunk of seat stays with them and the regional parties play a second fiddle.
Absolutely.
So it's definitely going to be interesting.
Sabyasachi, as we speak, those visuals are on screen. Those pictures of a meeting between Akhilesh Yadav and Mamata Banerjee are on the screens for our viewers to see as well. These are meetings happening on the sidelines of the I.N.D.I. bloc meeting, the fourth meeting of the opposition parties. And in fact, this is very interesting because the meeting already has been planned where all the leaders are going to come together. Issues like common minimum agenda, seat sharing and perhaps the prime ministerial face, perhaps the convener, perhaps who's going to lead the alliance, decision on that will be taken. But the meetings on the sidelines completely portray a different picture. Why are the regional leaders meeting each other separately? Why are these meetings taking place? Let's go across to Tejshri. Tejshri, decoding this is going to be very, very important. Now, information coming in, according to sources, that India Alliance is planning to nominate candidate against BJP over 400 to 450 seats, of which Congress party, aims to contest 275 to 300. But it looks like the alliance is going to suggest Congress party to cut down on some seats to contest on 200 to 250 seats. This clearly also comes after Congress party's defeat in the Hindi heartland and managing to win only Telangana. So clearly pressure on the Congress party. Help us understand and decode the meetings happening on the sidelines as well.
Well, yes, if you talk about the seat sharing formula, then yes, India Alliance is planning to nominate around 450 to 500 candidates against the BJP. But now big question is that how many will be nominated from the Congress party, because today we have also seen that the article of Samna, where it mentions that Congress should at least aim for 150 seats, because the results in the three Hindi heartlands, respectively Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, clearly indicates a clear win for the BJP for the upcoming elections also. So first, India Alliance needs a convener. There are 27 horses in this chariot, but there is no head to this chariot, so there needs to be a head, and that is why this head should be decided in today's meeting, that who will be heading, or in fact who will be the convener. If you talk about the seat sharing, then yes, there are many regional parties who are upset by the Congress party, because Congress did not contest in elections in all the three states with alliance, because earlier it was decided that they will be contesting with the alliance. Perhaps that is why we saw that how Akhilesh Yadav was disappointed for not nominating, or in fact for not fighting elections, not contesting elections together, Congress and Samajwadi Party together in the state of Madhya Pradesh. And in fact that is why Akhilesh Yadav clearly said that had he been knowing this fact that Congress party will not be contesting election, or will be given the tickets to some other candidate, he would have not been the part of India Alliance. And